welcome back to my kitchen, Gigi's Kitchen. And today we have a whole pile of vegetables here. So guess what we're gonna make? You guessed it, ratatouille. It's one of the most fun summer festival dishes I can think of. It's festive and everybody loves it. It's got your fresh zucchini, summer squash, tomatoes, peppers, onions, garlic, and we also make a really nice little provincial tomato sauce to go with it. One of the most important things though is we want to use our fresh vegetables from the garden or from the farmer's market if possible. Frozen vegetables will not work in this. They will just go soggy on you. The other thing that I want to talk about is that this is not your only option. There's so many vegetables you can put in a ratatouille. You can add tomatoes, which we will do. You can add eggplant, you can add mushrooms, you can add all sorts of things. So we're going to start on our sauce. Now, you've made sauce with me before. We've made chunky marinara, we've made bolognese, and this is real similar to that recipe. The one big difference is that we will be using a French spice. Instead of an Italian seasoning, we're going to be using a French seasoning. And our French seasoning is going to be Herbs de Provence. And the one big thing is this is a wonderful blend of dry herbs from Provence, France. That's where it's known, it's famed. The one big thing about this that I always say and suggest, and we've talked about it in the past, I think when we poach salmon or something, that when you do use your Herbs de Provence and you do go shopping for it, make sure you get a blend that has the lavender in it. Lavender. So in here is dried lavender, and it makes all the difference in the world. It'll give it some dark florally notes along with all your other herbs. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset the camera and we're going to start our sauce. So, let's go. I've got my skillet here and I have already fried up 1/4 of a pound of sausage in my skillet, and I have allowed the fond to remain. Now I have added olive oil in here to saute my aromatics, which is our mirepoix. So it's probably too hot, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. Turn my fire down a bit. Give it a couple of seconds. So then I've got my onion, celery, carrots, and a little bit of chopped garlic, 1 garlic clove. It goes in. And we're just going to let that cook for a minute or two until it's softened. That's pretty good right there. I'm going to go ahead and I have my tomato paste. I'm going to add my tomato paste. Now the recipe for all of this is in the description box. So there's my tomato paste. And I'm going to go ahead and let that cook down and turn a little dark and fry really well right in my olive oil with my vegetables. We're just going to saute that around for a minute or two. I'm going to go ahead and add in my spice blend here, which is some parsley. I've got 2 teaspoons of non-sodium seasoning blend, and I have my Herbs de Provence. So I've got my seasoning blend. I'm going to go ahead and toss those in there. Let those be frying along with everything else. You can order Herbs de Provence on Amazon. You can go shopping at your local TJ Maxx or TK Maxx, whichever one you shop at. And usually in the herb section where they have herbs, they have some there too. But always look for the one that has the lavender in it. So then I have going to add, since we're not putting mushrooms in, only because I have non-mushroom eaters, they like the mushroom flavor but they don't like the texture, I'm going to add a spritz of truffle oil. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my sausage back in there. We're going to stir all that together. And then I'm going to carefully add in my 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 cup of water, and a half a cup of red wine. Now it looks really good right there. I think we're ready to deglaze our pan. And one last little bit I'm going to throw in here just for good measures is about a tablespoon of balsamic vinaigrette. Just to add a little more umami flavor into my sauce. Now you see how watery that is? We want to just let that cook. Bring it to a simmer. I'm not going to put a lid on it, and I'm just going to let this reduce. And while it's reducing down, here's my balsamic vinegar. And while this is simmering and reducing, I'm going to start chopping all those vegetables. We're going to do them in rings so that we can have enough. I don't know if I'm going to do that big one, but I'm definitely going to do 2 green zucchinis, 2 yellow zucchinis. I've got peppers here, and I've got Roma tomatoes. And then I have a big purple onion that I need to cut into bits. And I'll cut it last because it always makes me cry. Just going to spread this around on the bottom. Now these vegetables will make a lot of liquid, and I have added a little extra salt to my sauce. Okay, so I didn't salt and pepper the veggies. I just put the salt in my sauce. You can salt and pepper them if you like. We're going to start off, and we're just going to make our rounds, and we're going to start going around. So here we go. Ratatouille is in French. Do you know? Send me a comment and tell me what that means in French. I have no idea. Maybe ratatouille means, who knows? Good luck. Maybe it means squash. Casserole. See how thick our sauce did cook down? Didn't take long. And then this will be just slightly on there. So the veggies will steam a bit. And this is going on the grill for about 15 minutes. I'll check it. And then we'll take the foil off, let it go for another 5 to 10 minutes until they're tender, and then it's ready to serve. I'll be back. So we're finished with our ratatouille. Here it is. Just came out of the grill. I've got a little pork chop here to serve with it and some bread, a glass of wine, but it came out perfect. And the vegetables are still firm. They are not soft and mushy. When you pick it up, it stays together. You can see, but it's still soft. So it turned out just right. Now, of course, we have to have a taste, but I can already tell you, it smells wonderful. The sauce, it smells so good. And if you wanted to top it with some parm or mozzarella, go right ahead. Even though we don't do it, but you can if you want. And so let's give it a go. The Herbs de Provence, they're so good. That tomato sauce is excellent. You could put it on anything too as well. You put on chicken or pork chops or whatever, and we have a little pork chop to go with it. Some crusty bread, a glass of wine, and dinner is served. Enjoy. I know you can do this. Have fun and see you next week. Bye.